Andy, first of all, everything okay with Devin Williams?
He's fine. A little bit of arm fatigue. He played catch today, felt better. We took the cautious route and just gave him another day. Fully expect him to be available tomorrow.
300 swings before the game pays off, huh?
I'm happy for him. He's worked hard. Had a good day. That at bat in the ninth was unbelievable. That's as live of a fastball as you'll ever see. He managed to recover from a tough first swing. Homer was great. Good at bats all day. Really happy for him.
Without Devin being available, what do you see from McDermott and Duarte for you able to get those huge outs?
Honestly, the whole pen was unbelievable. Even we had an error on Nunez's inning, and he could have gotten out there completely unscathed as well. There's a lot of guys trying to show they belong and pitching really well. Chase was great. I didn't anticipate running him 2 innings when we first put him out there, but the stuff was coming out so well that it made sense to give him a second inning, and we're also trying to figure out the best way to get through a game at that point in time. So that was a huge inning from him.
You said the dugout was as alive as it's been in a long time for Nate's inning last night. What was it like after Jefry's tonight?
Jumping.
Literally.
Thank you.
I think that was the point.
Was he as advertised?
He was. It's real stuff. You think about the road traveled to get to that mound today, and it's really worth telling that story. And I know you all have done that, but it's really impressive. And to get out of a bases-loaded jam, get your first punch out, it's excited for him. He deserves that day.
What was he able to do so well to be able to get out of that jam?
It's just real stuff. The fastball is alive. He can spin the slider. You don't punch out 45% of guys at the AAA level unless you have really good stuff, and he does. And I'm happy for him.
What do you think of Christian tonight?
He's great. I thought that was the best heater he's had all year, that he carried deeper into he carried into the fifth. The velo was up the whole time. I thought he pitched well. Paid for a couple sliders or sweepers that potentially he could have thrown the heater because it was so alive today. But I thought he was good. It was great for him to get through the fifth there for us.
Jefry, after everything that you have gone through, what did it feel like to finally take the big league mound for the first time?
Después de todo lo que sucedió en tu vida, en tu carrera, ¿cómo se sintió para poder estar en la loma en tu primer juego de Grande Liga?
De verdad estaba muy contento, un poquito muy ansioso y quería entrar y salir de una vez, pero me metí un poquito en problemas, pero gracias a Dios saqué debajo y pude demostrar de lo que soy y lo que yo puedo hacer, y gracias a Dios salimos con la victoria también.
Honestly, I was really excited. I was also a little nervous. I wanted to get in and out of there right away, but got into a little bit of trouble. But I was able to dig deep and get out of that inning. But yeah, I was very excited and really grateful for that opportunity.
What's it like leaving to all those boos from the home crowd?
¿Cómo se sintió cuando los fanáticos ahí te estaban buchando cuando ya saliste del inning ahí?
No, de verdad no le hago caso. Siempre yo me mantengo mi ritmo y ellos pueden vocear porque ellos pagan para ver juego y yo sigo a mi jaula y gozarme mi momento.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think about that. They can do whatever they want there. They're paying their tickets up. If they wanna yell at me, if they wanna boo me, they can do whatever they want. I'm in my zone, and yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my game any way that I want to.
Jefry, it was pretty rowdy in the dugout when you came in after getting out of that jam. Just what do you think you bring energy-wise to a team?
Ahí en el dugout estaban haciendo muchísima bulla cuando tú entraste. ¿Qué tipo de energía tú sientes que tú traes al equipo?
No, sabe, cuando uno entra al terreno y saca un momento así como apretado, uno sale y de la emoción que uno sale del terreno, entonces cuando uno entra al dugout, le da la misma energía a los compañeros, decirle que si uno pudo salir de aquí, entonces podemos hacer más carrera y levantarle el ánimo a ellos también, y gracias a Dios en conjunto todo es posible.
Whenever you're able to have success in a game where it's tight, the emotions naturally come out. And when I go into that dugout, the players feed off of me, and it also gives them that motivation to go out there and try to score more runs. But yeah, I think that we all feed off of each other's energy.
What are you thinking with the bases loaded right there?
¿Qué tú estás pensando ahí con la base llena?
Nada, saqué el inning, cuando vi el zurdo que me tocaba, yo dije, bueno, antes que el manager me saque, tengo que eliminarlo a él, no saco un fly, simplemente poncharlo para que pueda enfrentarme más cómodo con el derecho y poder ejecutar y terminar el inning.
Yeah, no, I wanted to get out of that inning. Once the lefty came up, I wanted to make sure that I got him out so I could be able to finish the inning because, I didn't want the manager to take me out of the game. So I knew that if I got the lefty out, I would be able to have a better chance with the righty there.
So what was your reaction coming off the mound for the first time into the dugout?
¿Cuál fue tu reacción cuando terminaste el inning y ya estaba caminando para el dugout?
No, estaba más aliviado, estaba contento, estaba feliz porque primeramente salí de un momento muy apretado y cuando lo terminé ya dije, puedo respirar.
Yeah, no, I was relieved. I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to get out of that inning, but once I was able to get out of that inning, I said, I can finally breathe right here.
You get the ball from your first strikeout, and what will you do with it?
Si te dieron la bola del primer ponche, ¿y qué vas a hacer con ella?
No, dejarla ahí de adorno, tenerla para recordar como que si fuera el último out de mi vida.
No, I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna maybe put it as a decoration, as a shrine. But yeah, I'm enjoy that one as if it's my last one.
Can you talk about the pitch for the first strikeout? And do you have a relationship with Angel Martinez from your time with Estrellas?
Si tú puedes hablar sobre el picheo del ponche ahí, y también si tú tienes una relación o una amistad con Ángel Martínez.
Sí, somos muy amigos, jugamos juntos en Dominicana y con Ángel Henao también, que también me conectó un hit, y somos, como te digo, estamos en un terreno, cuando cruzamos la línea somos enemigos en que sentimos ¿cómo se dice? Sentimos esa armonía, esa alegría entre nosotros y disfrutar el momento y después nosotros nos hablamos siempre, pase lo que pase.
Yeah. Me and Angel are friends. Me and Henao also, we also played together in the Dominican Republic. But it's one of those things that once we're on opposite ends, that we're enemies. We're able to obviously enjoy that moment. And we stay friends. But in that moment, in the heat of battle, I'm going after him.
How would you grade the execution of that first celebration?
¿Cómo tú sientes que tú ejecutaste esa celebración de la primera?
No, la verdad yo fui a atacarlo y yo dije, bueno, ya lo tengo en detrás y entonces, por más amigos que somos, pero te tocó y le tiré rompiente y se quedó frisado y gracias a Dios pude ejecutarlo.
I went out there to attack him. I was attacking, and once I had him at 2 strikes, I said, you know what? I'm gonna throw that slider, and if I freeze him, which is exactly what I did, I celebrated accordingly.
Now that you've had your first successful appearance in the big leagues, is there any moment, have you had a moment to reflect back on the journey, and does anything kind of stand out to you? Do you think back to some of the days where you weren't sure you were going to get here?
Que ahora que tú terminaste tu primer juego, tú has tenido el chance para pensar de todo el proceso con lo que tú has batallado en tu vida, en tu carrera.
Por ahora mismo estoy contento, estoy feliz, sé que cuando llegue a la casa voy a empezar a darle mente, pero ese siempre fue mi meta, trabajar duro para estar en este momento y gracias a Dios lo cumplí y lo único ahora es seguir adelante para mantenerse y para uno ser quien lo que uno quiere ser y dar lo mejor de uno.
Right now I'm really excited. I'm really happy with the situation. Once I get home, I'll be able to kind of think about it a little bit more. But thank God I was able to have this opportunity today. And now I think what happens is you have to go out there, you have to continue to do your job, and whatever happens after that.
You hit 101 on your fastball tonight. How much confidence do you have in that pitch, and where does that velocity come from?
Tú tiraste a 101 el sinker hoy. ¿Qué tipo de confianza tú tienes en ese picheo y qué es lo que tú piensas sobre eso?
No, me gusta lanzarlo y lo aprendí más aquí cuando me lo agregaron aquí, cuando firmé con los Mets y gracias a Dios me ha servido de mucho y contra los zurdos, contra derechos, no tengo miedo de tirarlo en ningún control tampoco.
Yeah, no, I feel really comfortable with that pitch. I think I was able to hone it after I signed with the Mets, where they really helped me with that. I feel comfortable throwing it to lefties, throwing it to righties, and in any count really.
Christian, Andy was just talking about how good he thought your fastball was today. Thought it was the best in terms of holding the velocity all season. Did you feel similar about that pitch today?
Yeah, I felt really good today, especially with the heaters up. I was able to hold velocity, like you said, through most of the outing. Just be able to get through the 5th inning with able to have the same velo on that as was the 2nd, 3rd inning was nice, and obviously be able to get a couple ticks up was nice as well. I felt good today. Yeah.
4th and 5th, navigating through some trouble there. What were you able to do ultimately to limit the damage in the end?
Yeah, I thought they did a really good job making me battle on at bats. a couple unfortunate hits there, but yeah, I thought they did a really good job being able to get deep in counts and make some adjustments on some of the pitches that they saw after the first or second time through the lineup. But yeah, I thought the defense played really good. His all-around team win today was awesome. The bullpen came in and did their job. A couple big at-bats there in the ninth. They didn't get to Cade, so yeah, I thought it was a great win today.
After you got out of the fourth inning, you seemed pretty fired up. Do you feel like after watching Jefry Yan, though, you've got to work on the celebration?
Yeah, I might have to. Yeah, that's something else, huh? That was awesome. Now, the energy that he brings is something that we need. Just be able to come in here and even in the post game, kind of be fired up for him. And he's got electric stuff too, so you can't really. The celebration is one thing, but he's also coming in throwing 100, so that's a big weapon for us out of the bullpen out of the left side. So, yeah, super pumped for him.
For you, what is the key to holding that top end velocity, into the middle innings, deeper into games?
I'd say a little bit of training wise. I think the strength coaches have done a really good job of me be able to, get my body in position to be able to do that throughout the course of the season. The training staff's done a great job. I mean, obviously missing the last year, being able to come in here and have a little bit of increased velo jump goes out to the staff too. They're not talked about enough, and the much they've been able to keep me on the field and really be able to continue to improve as the season goes on. So I thought they've done a really good job this year being able to help me become my best.
How do you feel physically at this point in the year?
Feel great. Yeah, I mean, can't really complain. Got coming in throwing pretty hard now. I've got a couple new pitches to play with too and be able to just kind of tinker with those, but overall feel really good.
You mentioned the energy that Jeffrey's outing provided. Just factoring in Lavender yesterday, those two debuts, what has that meant in here after the hard days associated with the deadline?
Yeah, it brings a little life to it. Obviously seeing Lav throughout the system. We were drafted in the same year together, so kind of see him and the work that he's done throughout this process. Obviously having Jefry have a long minor league career as well, being able to come in here and help us win and really come up in a big spot, and also Nunez too, kind of coming off of a long surgery, long rehab, kind of saw the work that he did, and it's really impressive to be able to get back to this position too. So a lot of credit goes to those guys and the work that they put in, and just super pumped that they're here.
Jorge, after a long 0-for, how does it feel to not just snap that, but snap it with a homer?
With the win, it feels great. It feels great. It feels great to come through, after putting a lot of work in. It feels great.
And you said you took maybe 300 swings before the game today. Just what were you trying to do, taking that many swings, and what do you think that you accomplished tonight?
I was working today. He's right. I took a lot of swings. I was working on my timing, trying to work on be simple. Don't try to be too quick to the ball. All that kind of stuff that we have been working on. We got a good result today.
How tough has this stretch been for you, where you're working really hard and the results just haven't been there?
It's tough, but we got to be patient. I know we want to do. We want to be successful at this game. That's why we're here. That's what we're working for. But sometimes it goes the wrong way, But you just got to keep going and keep putting the work in.
How does your ankle feel at this point?
It feels better. A little sore now and then, but I think we're trending in the right direction.
Do you feel like you proved anything in that ninth inning at bat, just the way you were able to grind and come through?
What was that again?
Do you feel like you were able to prove anything there in the ninth inning at bat, just maybe even internally, just to come through in that spot, grinding at bat, and come through there?
It's always, that's what we want. We want big at bats. We want to come through in those at bats. I don't think I was trying to prove anything. I just was trying to get a good at bat for the team, trying to get on base and let the next guy do his thing.